Can y'all hear me? All right. Yep, got you. How are you guys? That's fine. Yep, no problem. With the videos, whatever it is, I couldn't figure it out at first, and then I like kept going on and off on it. Yeah. Yep.
Welcome to a special edition of Mik'd Up. We are brought to you by Sterling Automotive. Before we really get going, I want to apologize about yesterday. Some things are out of our control.
Mother Nature.
Yeah, it's Mother
Bitch.
Nature. Mother Nature comes in and plays a big part of this sometimes. And we had a big lightning strike, and it struck a transformer and knocked our power out as we're getting ready for the show. So, no show yesterday. We will be back live again on Friday from Uncle Earl's, 4:30 to 6. But we wanted to make it up to you. We're lucky. Paxton Kling, the signee for the LSU baseball Fighting Tigers, recently just took his name out of the draft, projected top 3 rounder, and said that, you know what, I'm just going to go to college. So we weren't going to be able to get him on the show yesterday. He was playing summer ball. He's free today. So we didn't have a show, but you get a little bonus today. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Paxton Kling, the next star outfielder for LSU Tigers. Paxton, thanks for coming on, bro.
Thank you guys for having me.
Let's get right to it, man. You don't usually hear a lot of, you don't usually hear a baseball guy taking his name out of the draft. Dylan Cruz did it a couple years ago, and then you came out and you did it this year. What went into your decision to say, you know what? I think the best decision for me is to go to college. I don't even care about where I get drafted and want to get drafted. I'm just going to go to school. What went into that decision?
Well, I mean, you only get to go to college one time, so luckily I'm going to be a sophomore when I can get drafted next, but we'll see what happens there with that. But Coach Johnson's doing great things down at LSU. Obviously, his first year he did well. I trust Coach Johnson, and I think that we're going to keep the train rolling, and we'll just see what happens.
Have you talked to any of the new staff? I know I'm sure the recruiting coordinator and all the guys that were here, they didn't recruit. The current guys did not recruit you coming in. The old guys did. Have you talked to the new recruiting coordinator? Have you talked to Jay Johnson about what his plans for you were and what their plans going forward are?
I have not talked to the new recruiting coordinator yet. I haven't got his number or anything, but I've been in contact with Jay since I got here in Illinois playing baseball. I think I called him like 4 or 5 times. Called him 2 days ago to let him know that I was pulling my name out of the draft, and he was all stoked about that and everything.
I bet he was.
So yeah, yeah. So he was fired up, but yeah, it was good talking to him and just figuring everything out with him.
What is your first impression of Jay as a coach? Obviously, he's been recruiting you. You've kind of built a relationship. What are your feelings on him? Obviously, I wouldn't expect you to say anything bad. You're about to play for the man, so don't get yourself in trouble here. But what are your feelings from him? Have you gotten some pretty good vibes? Everything that we've known from him, he's a very intense guy, but he's a very fun guy, and he kind of gives the players a lot of leeway and a lot of opportunity to be themselves.
Yeah, Coach Johnson's great. Actually, I committed to Coach Maneri
Hey, okay.
when I was a sophomore. Yep, your guy.
That's my guy.
So Maneri's the guy I committed to, and then when Maneri retired and Johnson came in, I actually decommitted from LSU. I was like, I don't know Jay. Jay never recruited me at Arizona. So I just took a step back and tried to get re-recruited by Jay. Luckily, he gave me the chance to get recruited again by LSU and just fell in love with the place the next time I went down there for my official again. And yeah, it was just great from there. So
nice. Paxton, so love the LSU shirt you got going on
already.
Brother. I
Yeah,
see you
rocking
working.
the gear. I love it.
So committed, decommitted, back on train again, pulled your name out of the draft. So you were interested in the staff before, interested in the staff here. What else outside of maybe the coaching staff and, you know, some of the history here, what has been your biggest draw to this school?
That's a great question. Honestly, so I'm from central Pennsylvania where we got hills and farm fields and everything. So we meat and potatoes every night. So like Louisiana's a big change. So the culture down there is awesome. I love the food. Jambalaya just became my favorite food now.
There you go.
You'll get plenty of it.
Yep, that's been great. Obviously the fans down there are top notch, are the best in the nation. I don't care what anyone else says, but yeah, I'm just excited to get down there and play in front of all of them.
Where in Pennsylvania? You said central Pennsylvania. Where in Pennsylvania exactly is that?
So I'm from Roaring Spring, Pennsylvania. It's right beside Altoona, where the Altoona Curve play, the Double-A team.
Yeah.
It's like 30 to 40 minutes away from State College, where Penn State is.
Nice. I played in Lehigh Valley for a little bit. That's probably my only experience in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I've played one series in Altoona, but I've also played in York, Pennsylvania too. So I kind of know that a little. I know that area a little bit.
And I just watched The Office, so I know all I know about it.
I mean, did you grow up? And obviously, LSU baseball has the name and has the history and has the tradition. Did you grow up being kind of a fan from afar from LSU, or did you become a fan after they started showing interest in you early on in high school?
Honestly, I was never really a fan of LSU when I was younger. I can't believe I'm about to say this, and it's unfortunate I'm about to say this. I grew up a Michigan fan.
That's okay.
Michigan football fan and everything.
There's one score you can't say.
No, that's tough. That's
Yeah,
tough.
if you're Alabama, it'd be different. But I can take Michigan. I can deal with that.
Yeah, my dad was always a Michigan fan, so I loved Michigan too. So, and I like getting under people's skins because they were Penn State fans where I'm from.
Right.
So I would always get in arguments with them. And then once I came down to LSU the first time with Coach Maneri and Nolan Cain and everything, I absolutely loved it down there. Fell in love, and I pretty much just waited and see what other places had for me. But I always came back to LSU and was like, is it better than LSU? And I was like, no. So that's why I committed here for the first time.
I love that.
Do you have any like familiarity with any of the guys on the team, or will it, this will be brand new meeting everyone here that's here already?
I know most of the 22 commits that are coming in or that might get drafted or whatever. But I've met most of the guys when I went down on my visit and everything. So I mean, I don't know them, but I mean, I still got to meet them and everything. Yeah. But I know of them and all that.
When are you getting down here?
That's a great question. I have no idea. Yeah.
I just know I'm coming to play. I don't know when
Coach
I'm going.
Johnson.
Go ahead.
Coach Johnson sent me here to Illinois.
Where in Illinois are you?
I don't know that either.
Danville.
Danville.
Danville Dans. Is Jeannie Cook still there?
The Dans.
Is she still there?
Yep, Jeannie's still here.
Tell Jeannie that's where I played my freshman summer. Tell her I said hello.
I will.
Who's your host family?
Jason. Mine's the Jaroseskis.
No, I didn't. That's not mine. That's where me and Austin Nola.
Yes.
Me and Austin Nola.
Mikey was banned from that house, just to let you know.
Nice, dude. I was when you said Illinois, I was wondering if you're playing in the collegiate summer league, and you are. That's awesome, man. That's a fun league. A lot of travel, but it's a fun league.
A lot of travel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting
We
used
we
to
got
it.
back we got back last night at like 3 a.m.
There you go.
That's probably part of the reason you
Yeah.
say you got in summer league and you start traveling like, hey, I'm not ready for this bus ride yet. I'm gonna pull my name out the draft. I don't want to go.
I don't know about this.
I'm not ready.
See, LSU rolling around with a private jet. That's nice.
Hey, so you're an outfielder and you said you play some shortstop, right? Like you play a little bit of both, but I think is outfield your main position or shortstop? Like which positions do you like playing the most?
Outfield easily.
Yeah.
I mean, shortstop. I played 3 years varsity shortstop for my high school, and then I got moved out to the outfield this year out of request from the coach. I just asked him, I was like, "Hey, can I play outfield? I'm going to play
Paxton,
there
you
at
can do
LSU
whatever you
hopefully.
want.
So can we get moved out there?" Yeah. So luckily he was allowing me to do that and everything. So
Now, do you play center?
yeah, yes I do.
And I would assume
for
that
the Dans.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
For the Dans, I've been playing right a lot.
Okay.
So center, right, that's where I've been mainly playing.
Yeah, I would assume, obviously Dylan Cruz is in center. I would assume you would take over the center field spot after DC gets drafted 1 overall next year. But, obviously being able to play all of the spots, especially now in baseball, is important. But as far as are you comfortable playing all 3 spots, or is it just strictly the center and right? Obviously, I know you had 1 year in the outfield, but you're super athletic. You're long and you could run, and your skill set obviously is going to play into the outfield. Are you comfortable playing left, or are you strictly right and center?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with everywhere. I've been playing outfield for a couple years, so I'm good with whatever.
Right.
I've mainly been in center, but it's just different looks from different spots, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
No doubt. You have anything else to say? I had something I was going to say, and I literally forgot.
Summer ball
lost
now.
my train
When
of
is he
thought.
coming here?
No, I literally had something I was going to ask you, and I lost my train of thought. But, I know what I was going to say.
There we go.
Here we go. We're back. In your opinion, obviously, now this is kind of a leading question, but out of all of your skill set, what do you think your biggest strength is on the baseball field, and what's something that you're looking forward to coming here and saying, I know that I'm really good at this, and I can't wait to show everybody, what I've got.
Well, I mean, that's a great question, and it's always the hardest question
Right,
to
no
answer
doubt. I
because
get
you don't
that.
want to boast yourself up or anything.
Hey, do it all. That's what this show's for, man. Boast yourself up as much as you want.
I mean, being from, like I said, central Pennsylvania, like we don't have much up there with facilities and everything, and like we get snow every year, so we can't play year round. So I would like to think my hard work is predominant for me. Blue collar type of work. Like I get in the weight room year round, and I try to just get out in the field whenever I can. Like we practice in the snow every year for high school.
How does that work?
It's just
You mean like baseball? Y'all practice?
How do you practice baseball in the snow?
yeah
Sliding practice.
we have to shovel off the field every year.
That sounds great.
So we shovel the
that sounds
field off
lovely.
and then we get out there.
Is the field hard as a
Yep.
rock?
Yeah.
That
sounded very
miserable.
unfortunate. He's like, yeah.
Hey, I played in Detroit, and it wasn't snow where you had to shovel it off the ground. But I tell you what, playing in 30-degree weather and having a little bit of
That's
snow,
brutal.
that is brutal. So,
No wonder he wanted to move to the outfield. He
Bad.
started taking ground balls on that hard ass dirt. He's like, dude, let me get outside and run. Yeah.
Hey, I think you're like close to the lead in the clubhouse at this point. Especially by the time the season rolls around next year. But do you plan on leading the lead in lettuce next year? Or like what you got? Talk to me.
Man, I've been growing my hair out since like 7th grade, so I don't really care about all that. Whatever people want to do, they can do.
It looks
So-
good.
Oh, it's great. I'm just
I'm
saying.
saying, and I don't know if they do anymore. It's a new regime. But as a camaraderie thing, when we were freshmen, you know how that goes. It's all. And it's not. We're not talking about. We're not talking about hazing. This is just a team camaraderie thing. It was all
Team
about
building.
camaraderie.
Yep.
Coach Maneri actually got mad at us.
One team, one haircut.
He called me out. And he said, "Mikey, did they haze you and force you to do this?" And I said, and I was like looking around, I'm like, No, Coach. All the freshmen got together and we said that we wanted to do it so that we could be united as one class. And I gained a lot of respect from the upperclassmen after that.
They loved it. They loved it.
Hey, I love the
Yeah,
lettuce. I love that you can grow it. It may not be there for long, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. It's just hair. It'll grow
grows
back.
back.
There you go.
You're
grows
young.
back.
You're young.
Yeah,
It'll
it
grow
is
back.
what it is.
You
It
shave
don't
my
matter.
head off, it
Yeah,
may
don't
not. It
matter.
may not
Yeah,
grow back. I don't know.
But no, you can tell he's had it for a while because we were watching some of your perfect game stuff, and after every throw in the outfield, immediately reaches and catches the hat after it comes off his head. It's like he's been doing this
Yeah,
for a
it
while.
fell off my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just ditched it. You're like, fuck it, I don't need this.
Yep.
Are you a baseball fan? Like, do you watch professional baseball? Are you a fan of any particular type of player, or do you have someone that you like to model your game after? I know that's also another hard question, but some guys are good at baseball, love to play baseball, but not a huge fan of watching baseball. I just didn't know if you are which side you're on.
I mean, I watch a little bit of baseball. Probably don't watch as much as I should or other people do. But, like, when college comes on, I watch pretty much every
Right.
LSU game and all that. The player I try to model myself after is just Pete Rose because how hard he worked and
love that.
everything, and he gave his
throwback
100% every time.
We're sponsored by
Yeah,
Caesar's.
yeah, little throwback.
Fit right in.
No betting on the
Like-
Tigers.
Seeing Pete Rose run through the guy in an All-Star game, like that's just
Yeah.
different.
Yep.
It's just like he's just psycho. So, I mean, you just gotta go out there and just hustle and just play your game.
I love that. I'd probably tell you this. You do that and you come here to LSU and you have that type of mentality, you are going to be a crowd favorite from day one. That's one of the things they love most here is if you play balls to the wall, that's something that they're gonna carry with them, and you're gonna be able to do whatever you want with the crowd because they love that kind of stuff. Did you play any other sports, or were you just predominantly baseball?
Predominantly baseball, but I mean, like when I was little, I played like pee wee football or whatever, and then I played basketball up till 9th grade. So I
Yeah.
did that for a little bit, but then once I got to high school, I was like, I'm done doing all this. I'm going to start lifting and everything. So I started to lift and just continued to play baseball.
Play any instruments?
Oh God, no! God, no!
We just want to know what talents you got here. We're checking on you here.
You skateboard?
We're really touching all the bases here.
My brother's sister played instruments, and my dad played trumpet too. But I did not play a single instrument.
You didn't get the musical talent.
No.
You tell me he couldn't swing you over to the trumpet,
not
dude? Dust it off in the attic?
Not at all. Not at all.
But I'm going to swing it back to baseball here real quick. I don't know if I really touched on this or not, but when you make the decision to come to LSU, how far were you in that MLB like kind of draft process in your mind, and how, I don't want to say easy, or how long had you been thinking about, I may think that college is probably the way I want to go, because like we kind of went over it, your top 100 prospect probably can go in the early 3 rounds. Like people would, that's kind of a life goal for plenty of people. And then you're able to say, no, I think have the foresight to be able to, no, I think if I go to college, I might be able to improve on that a little bit.
So like what happened is
Uh-oh.
as scouts started to come to games and everything, like we were like talking to them, and I just kept telling them like, hey, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna go to school. That's why I just kept telling them. So my draft stock fell really hard after I kept telling that. So,
They were off me real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the plan was to always to come to school and everything, but like once I was like, hey, I'm coming to school, kept telling the scouts that, I went from like late first, early second to like third, fourth round. And I was like, oh, whatever. It doesn't
No, I'm
even-
definitely
it
going to
doesn't
school.
matter.
Let me tell you this. I love that. I swear. I mean, like, I'm not saying, like, if you got drafted in the first round, you got all your money, like, I'm all for that. But I am a pro. Go to college, guy. Go to college first, develop. And, you're, especially being a draft-eligible sophomore, you have the ability to come to school and play for two years at LSU, and then get drafted and probably make more money than you did at a high school and be further along in your professional career when you get drafted. So I'm all on board for that, especially because you're coming here and I get to watch you play. But yeah, that's tell the scouts. And honestly, taking your name out of the draft and not giving the giving them the opportunity to say, okay, well, let's see what happens when I draft him in the second round. Is he still going to really go to school, or is he going to get drafted? Is he going to sign? So taking your name out of the draft just takes all the guesswork out of it, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you decided to do that.
Hey, and honestly, like,
Yeah, that was exciting.
He's telling you this, and it's truth. I mean, you got two guys who kind of did that themselves, who were able to come to school and actually improve their draft stock by doing what you need to do here. If you come here, you do what you need to do here, everything will take care of itself. So it's actually really cool that you made that decision, and you have your mind set here, because you can do everything you need to and want to do here to set yourself up better down the road.
Yes,
of course. I think the development in college is just better overall than in the minor league. You live better and everything, and at LSU you live great, and that's obvious. So that was part of the decision.
Hey, so I know you're a Michigan fan, and I know you've probably gone to some games.
Was.
You were a Michigan
Okay,
fan.
was.
I know you've probably gone to some games in Ann Arbor. How ready are you to come here to this in the fall and walk into Tiger Stadium, sit in the student section, and
Not remember any of it.
Drink a lot of water.
Sit next to Lloyd.
Drink,
Lloyd
a
might
lot,
be there
drink,
too.
drink a lot of water and have some fun watching a football game.
I mean, Tiger Stadium's insane. Like, when I went there on the visit, it was unbelievable. So, I mean, I'm just ready to get down there and be on campus and see what the atmosphere is like down there and everything. Hopefully go to some tailgates and get some more jambalaya like I did last time. And,
look, we got
just do
one.
that.
We got one right by the stadium. Anytime y'all
All right.
want to come through, y'all walk through. We're gonna have as much
Jambalaya.
jambalaya, Louisiana food as you want. I can promise you
We'll
that.
get you all the
All right,
jambalaya
sounds
you
good.
want.
Sounds good.
I can promise you that. Paxton, dude, I really do appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate you taking your time. Whenever you get down to Baton Rouge, hopefully we can get you in studio. We can have some more fun. We just like to enjoy our conversations, have a lot of fun, and just kind of talk ball, man. And if there's anything we can ever do for you when you get down here, let us know. I don't want to break any compliance rules. I don't think I'm doing that now. NIL now, I don't think it matters. So,
Good.
yeah, man. Thank you so much. Good luck over there in Illinois, and
Go Dans.
Tell Jeannie I said go dance, baby.
Yeah, go dance,
Yeah.
go dance. Thank y'all.
All right, man. Yeah, take it easy.
Is that the
Yep.
logo? Is it a Dan? What's a Dan?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't
I
know.
don't know what a dance.
Because I want, like, if they have a jersey that just says Dan on it, I think that would be awesome.
With an S.
Yeah, Dan's.
Dance, the Danville dance.
The Danville Dans.
Hey, that kid's gonna be good here.
Hey,
He's got a big personality.
big personality. Honestly, out of all the recruits, I feel like his personality was like.
I feel like I've talked to him 30 times
too.
where he sat there and just talked.
Me
just
too.
now.
And he laughs. He's great.
He's
Good
great.
sense of humor.
And
Understands it.
to be not, like, no nerves, nothing.
None,
Just,
literally.
I'll answer the phone.
And
Then,
then
he's like, I don't know how to work this video call.
He's gonna,
And
like,
he's-
literally, just to tell you that, like, you can
Yeah.
tell he's not, he
And
ain't
he said-
ashamed of
He
anything.
said, to be honest with you. I was like, here you go, it's coming out.
Yeah.
This is what I want to hear. I want to know the exact reason why you took your name out. Like, there's obviously, you want to come to school, but you wanted to come to school, and you told them a lot that you wanted to come to school.
Like
and
a
they're
lot.
Jesus, guy, like, we know you want to go to school. Stop saying that.
Okay, I don't think he really wants to go to school. I don't think it's gonna happen.
You think his,
Don't draft him. Don't waste the.
do you think his parents are like, Paxton, stop telling them that? Like, you're screwing yourself over. That's too late.
How do you think those draft reports went? Like, hey, yeah, I'm writing this report on him. Got size, good tools, can run a little bit. He does not want to get drafted. He's going to school.
And look, here's the thing. Like, obviously, he's gonna get like if they wanted him, they would have drafted him high enough, and they would have given him a lot of money. But if mentally, as a high school athlete, if you want to go to school, and you don't feel like you really want to go get drafted just yet, right? Like, if you really want to go to school and you want to develop more and you want to experience that, and then you keep your name in the draft, and the team says, oh, you know what, screw this. I'm going to draft him anyway. I'm going to draft him with the 60th overall pick. Let's see if he turns down $1.5 million.
Yeah.
If he really wants to go to school and he wants to turn that down, great. But if he doesn't, now it's a risk on the team, because if he does, you wasted a pick. And you're not going to sign a pick that you pretty much, when you draft a guy in those rounds and those picks, like, those guys are signing. Like, you're drafting guys
you
that
need
you
them
need to
to sign.
sign. Yeah. And so it's a risk on the team, but it's also, you throw money at a high school guy, that's a hard thing. So for him to say, you know what, I really am just going to take my name out the draft, it's probably good on him, so he doesn't have to go through that anguish of like, I don't want to sign, but like it's a lot of money.
Well, because I would imagine too, if he's rated that high, if his name's still in the draft, someone would, if not actually draft him, would make a phone call and be like, hey, if you're here at this spot, we're taking you here.
Yeah.
Will you sign for X amount of dollars? And then now he's sitting there being like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that.
That's not. I mean, that happened to me. I said no and not, and they still drafted me.
That happened to me, and they still drafted me 8 rounds later.
Just in case.
And offered the same thing, and I'm like, what I just told you.
Just because you drafted me later and offered me the same money, like, I'm not doing it. I said, hey, you know what? I'm not signing for that. I'd give him the whole thing. Like me and my agent rehearsed. I value myself at a higher price, and this is where I am, and this is my rating, this is whatever. Okay, that's all we needed to hear. 3 picks later, 31st pick of the draft, Tampa Bay Rays select. I'm like, no way.
I just told you not to do this.
I mean, I was happy, but like not really. I mean, I was happy, but like I was like,
I just told you no.
I just told you no. And the 3 teams after them, all were gonna offer more money. I was like, this sucks.
So you can't do it. There's nothing you can do about it, right?
Nothing you can do about it. I can't Eli Manning it and say,
right,
trade me. Like you can't do that, you know.
Yeah, that was my coming to college situation
like
was the same thing.
8 rounds later, like a thing.
No, like literally my coming to college situation. They called before the draft started and say, hey, we have such and such here, and you're right after him. If he's there, we'll take him in the first. If he's not, we'll take you. He was there, they took him. So they called after. They were like, hey, we'll take you right here for this amount. Will you take it? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm going to just
go to school. College.
Okay, cool, man. No big deal. Blah, 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 blah. I wasn't even paying attention to the draft, and my dad was like, hey, I think you just got drafted. I was like, what round is it?
Oh.
And they tried to offer it. I'm like,
what was it, 9th?
10th. I was like, no, 10th. I just told you I'm going to school.
Dude, it's amazing.
I love that like they had a conversation. They're like, well, we could draft Aaron Mitchell again and see what happens. Like, he told me no, but and like they're like, yeah, put the card in.
Twins?
Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah.
Drafted drafted me in high school in the 38th round.
You should have gone.
Yeah.
What year?
2008. But I told him I told him before I was going to school. Like, if I don't get offered this amount of money, and like honestly, now looking back, I shortchanged myself.
Yeah.
And obviously I didn't get that money anyway.
Yeah,
but like, if they had offered me say $1 million, at the time I was like, yeah, I'll sign. And now looking back, I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Didn't want to sign for that.
No.
You know, like, I value this. My experience here at like $3 million. Like looking back, I'm like, I wouldn't sign for anything less than 3 coming here, especially.
And at that time, the slot for 3 was like top 20 pick.
Probably like top 10.
I think it was like top 10. Yeah, because actually, it's probably like top 10.
Probably honestly,
maybe 10 to 12, but literally top 10.
Well, here's the deal. In 2011, when we got drafted, the slot for the 11th pick, because it was George Springer, he got 2.2. That was a slot at that time. Now 2.2 is like the 31st pick.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
It's crazy. It's the slots goes. But what he said, I think Paxton made a really good point. He said that I think I can get a better development at LSU in college because, I mean, you saw all the arms and all the talent that is in the SEC right now. Like, that's AA talent. Mm-hmm. Like, that's AA stuff. You're playing meaningful games. You're having fun. And, like the development you're going to get right now in college is better than you're going to get in, the short season ball or A ball probably. Now, obviously, you play more games and you're in the system more and you're playing with wooden bats.
And I think under this staff too, with Jay being so hands-on and stuff for position players, like you don't know what you're going to get in Pro Bowl. You don't know who's drafting you. You don't know who they have at these levels. You have a better chance.
Well, don't sleep on him playing in a collegiate summer league either. Like he's a high school senior.
Literally.
And he's playing in a collegiate summer league. So that's basically like he's really going to get his 2 summer league summers. Like as a draft eligible, as a junior, you play your freshman summer and your sophomore summer, and you don't play your junior summer, and you get drafted, right? If you're good enough, whatever. For him, he would only have 1 summer. So now he's going to play in this summer league.
So he's getting all those at-bats.
All those at-bats with the wooden bat. He's going to come to LSU. He's going to play. He's probably going to go to the Cape next summer, depending on his development in the fall, and then he'll be a draft eligible sophomore. Now, obviously, I'd like for him to come back. I mean, but he still has 2 years of leverage after his sophomore year, which is great. That's why I think that's.
Boy, that's I tell you what, just literally looking at it from afar right now, that's a lot of good ball players on the team already. which is a good problem
LSU
to
is
have.
good.
Which is a
Good.
very good problem to have. That's a lot of good ball players.
Hey, committed to Maneri. Committed to Nolan Kane and Maneri still having a little influence with some of the recruits.
Yep.
Then he decommitted. Jay had
Jay
to win him back.
Jay had to earn his trust back, and he did
Got
it.
that T-shirt on him awful quick.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good. Hey,
so where you got that
props-
one
Man,
from?
where'd you get that?
Props to both staffs.
Absolutely.
Get him, seeing him, signing him,
Yeah.
or getting him to come in, losing him, and then hey, I'm going to give you the opportunity to earn my trust again. Earned it again. Come back.
Do you think Jay talked to Paul about Paxton?
I'm
Maybe.
sure. I mean,
I would imagine he, like recruited his own, but it does say a lot for him if you think about it. That one staff wanted him, he left, and not left, but he basically said, "Nah, I'm good." After that staff left, another staff came in and was like, "Nah, we need this kid. Don't let him leave."
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he asked like Nolan and those guys like what they had on him, what they thought. And look, obviously Jay knows recruiting. He's good at it, and he knows the guys he wants. And he's probably just confirming what he already knew about Paxton. And then he said, "You know what? I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna make him a priority," and he did. Now, that's a guy that is coming, and that's huge. Draft is Sunday.
Sunday starts on Sunday. What is it? First 2 rounds of Sunday?
I
Or
think
just
just
the
the
first?
first round.
Just
I think the
on
first and
Sunday.
the supplemental.
Okay.
First supplemental.
Yeah.
You know what supplemental round means? Supplemental picks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
I think.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Supplemental
What do you think?
picks is. I'm trying to think of what.
I think you're gonna get it right.
I think it has something to do. Well, now I'm not really sure. I know in the NFL you get supplemental picks for like if you get rid of your coach or something like that, like a trade, and then something happens, you get extra picks back. So I'm wondering how it happens with Major
Same
League
thing.
Baseball.
Similar.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You have. I think it's the player if he gets traded out or he doesn't accept his qualify. It would be the qualifying offer, which would be like the franchise tag in football, and he goes, you get a supplemental pick to, take the place of that.
The NFL does it for like draft, like because of the cap and stuff like that. So
Right.
that's what they're able to do it that way. In Major League Baseball doesn't have a cap, so I was wondering what it was.
Sort of.
Yeah,
They sort of don't have a cap.
Sort of don't have a cap. Really don't have a cap.
They don't enforce the cap,
Mm-mm.
but they have a luxury tax for some reason.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. But it was a great little special edition. That was a good
It was.
interview.
It's cool.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed interviewing him.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, very comfortable.
How many people are gonna have on this baseball team?
I mean, think about it. You've had 9-10 guys transfer.
Yeah, and he brought how many people has he brought in from the portal?
A few, but not
Yeah.
all those guys are going to come in.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of them probably going to get drafted, and then half your class is going to get drafted.
Where do you think Paxton was on his list? You think he knew this was coming? Because remember when he came on the show, he's like, "Well, I'm looking at
think
6
so.
guys right here."
I mean, Paxton telling all the teams that he wanted to go to school,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's telling Jay that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Jay probably knew, okay, unless something crazy happens and he gets
Unless
drafted.
he jumps 2 rounds or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Or
he pretty much made sure he couldn't do that.
Right.
The other
So
way.
I think he's if Paxton's telling these guys this is what I want, he's telling Jay the same thing. So I think Jay
I'm in the boat.
pretty much knew
Yeah.
he's coming to school. He's doing the whole Dylan Cruz thing, coming to school, which is great.
I wonder how much if that had an influence on him or not.
I
Just seeing it, be like, "Oh, I could do it just like that."
don't know. I mean, for him, he only has 2 years. He's draft eligible sophomore. I think that played a big role in it. It's like I'm
Yeah.
only going to go there. I don't have to go there for 2 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, DJ Mayhew was a draft eligible sophomore. Was only LSU for 2 years. You just have a lot of leverage.
Yeah, he's not been playing well at all, has he? We gotta get him on the show.
DJ,
Yeah.
good luck.
He doesn't talk, does he?
DJ's a great dude.
Awesome dude and great
But
one-liners.
we could text DJ right now today, and we might get an answer back in November, and he'll be literally answering the text.
I saw this.
He's so bad with the phone.
But he's awesome.
Great. He's awesome.
Awesome guy. Awesome. But yeah,
He's not a phone guy.
What about a video call
Happens.
guy?
no, not interview guy.
No.
Well,
He'll hang
you got to
out.
get him on the phone to actually be able to get
Yeah.
to that point. That's where it goes.
I don't
with it.
talk on the phone, but I'm big on FaceTime.
Big FaceTime guy. You're the FaceTime.
You're the FaceTime. Look at us.
I don't know.
You got it.
I've been clamoring for this for a long time, and now we're finally there.
Yeah, now other people are starting to do it. We'll think of something
I mean,
else.
we didn't come up with the idea.
I mean-
we stole it from
Somebody else.
somebody else. But that's how the industry works.
Yeah. We're first in Louisiana, though.
That's right. Now everybody wants to do it.
Not everybody wants to do it. That's okay. don't think
Doesn't come out the same though.
well,
Doesn't sound the same.
doesn't feel the same.
Doesn't feel the same when you do it. We like to have fun. We joke.
Gotta have fun.
We
Gotta have
laugh,
fun.
we cry, we
yeah.
argue.
So you play an instrument?
What? No.
Great.
It's like, let's see how far I can dig into
Oh.
this
My dad played the piccolo.
The xylophone.
Yeah.
Play the xylophone.
If you could pick one instrument, what would you play?
I told you this. The
What?
saxophone.
Saxophone. Did we talk about that off air or on air?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The piano.
It's all the
actually,
same.
actually, I would love to play the piano.
Yeah.
Like realistically, like I'm not gonna play the sax. It's inconvenient. I can't just bring a saxophone and just play
Well,
it.
you can't bring
know?
a piano
Love to
around.
see
No,
you
but
just
like,
lug,
there's
but
a-
love to
there-
see you just
But
lugging
you
a
go-
saxophone around.
Can you imagine like you walk in and you sit down, you see there's a piano at this like whatever, and you sit down and you start fucking
Can't
tickling
do
the
that.
ivories.
Yeah, that's a John Rice Plumley move.
Tickle a twine?
Tickle the twine. Or to play the harp.
What?
The harp.
cello?
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it is. That's not what
But
the
the
what
same thing as
was.
the piano. If you have one, and if you saw somebody sit down, like, oh my god, how
Yeah.
do you know how to
This
play
guy's
that?
thumbing his
play
heart.
the-
Got a harp on.
Play the oboe.
The oboe.
Oboe. That's a nice crossword.
It's a woodwind.
That's a crossword word.
Yeah.
That's a woodwind. Yep.
Good for us. Paying attention to
Yeah,
music class.
we're doing it. Told you I was trying to be in the band. They kicked me out.
Oh,
Before I got in there. All right. Special edition of Mik'd Up is coming to an end.
No band for you.
Yeah, no band for me. You're out. Just get out of here. Just turn around. Go home.
Hey, go home. Go play in the
Okay.
dirt.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
We will be back live from Uncle Earl's this Friday, 4:30 to 6.
Okay, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. That
It is
tomorrow.
today, but we're going tomorrow.
What?
What?
You said it is tomorrow. So that makes it seem like today is tomorrow when today is today and tomorrow is tomorrow.
Okay, well, today is today and tomorrow is tomorrow. The show will be tomorrow at Uncle Earl's from 4:30 to 6. Sorry about yesterday. Things happen.
Mother
You
Nature.
make the adjustments. Can't do anything about it. We almost did a show
We did a show.
without off air.
Yeah. It was great.
I was only there for a little bit. I missed all the good stuff, I guess. I had to go pick up my dog.
I was wondering.
It's a good show.
Great
show.
Allie didn't get home till like 9:45 last night from work.
Oh, so you're just chilling with the
And
codes.
so, I knew that her brother was either going to go get him, and I felt bad because, like, well, if he goes get him, then I got to go all the way to his house to get him back. And I was like, since there's no show, I was like, I'm just going to go get him so I don't have to make two
deal with
trips.
this anymore.
Yeah. But I had to leave the boys. I'm sorry.
It's all right. The funniest thing happened was when the power came back on, we all like got up like, all right, time to go. It's like, why don't we hang out in the AC for a little bit? Like,
So we sat back down for another hour.
just make sure it works.
Oh, man.
That's
I
funny.
missed it.
times.
Okay. Great show. Great interview. Not a full show.
Great interview.
I mean, shit. 40-minute show?
Phew.
It's great.
Might have to podcast it.
Better podcast it.
You want to put this up?
Yeah. Just take this in place of the other one we missed.
Okay.
I mean, we
Then
didn't.
I'll do a Friday pod for it.
I appreciate that. I would like the Friday pods to go. Honestly, the Friday show is more of a podcast than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we don't have all the interviews. Like, it's more of a podcast.
We don't do anything with the internet.
Right.
Like, we're just, it's
We're
pretty much just a
there.
podcast.
We're doing
Yep.
it.
Okay. that
Show
makes
up.
it-
Yeah,
You've
show
convinced
up.
me.
Thank you.
I would
Show
like
up.
for it to be a live show. Yeah, free drinks from
It is a
4:30
live
to
show.
6.
Free drinks, 4:36. We still have it. Mic'd up. Code Mic'd up 15. We did get We're making steps. We've got the QR code. Now we just gotta test it and make sure it works, and then it's gonna be
They
live.
sent it to me yet?
Huh?
Have they sent it to me?
They sent it to our email.
Okay. I can check it right now.
Yeah, they sent it to our email yesterday. That I told you you're not a good emailer.
No, me and DJ LeMahieu. Everybody has their flaws.
I heard DJ's actually really good with email.
Yeah. That would be
I heard
awesome.
he likes Slack. He uses Slack very well. All right.
Ah,
Let's shut the show down.
shut the show.
Down.
Don.
Um.
No bets.
Yeah. Oh no. But our golf bets. Rory killing it.
Cam Smith.
You had Cam Smith. I did not
in
take
there.
Cam Smith. Zalatoris not doing very well.
That's okay.
But my other one, who was my third one I picked to win it? He's Scheffler, 4 under, playing well. I also have
Goocher.
as the top 20 finisher.
Yeah.
He's doing it right now.
Mhm.
So I think he's like 6th or 7th.
And who was our? Was it? Who's our other? Oh, Joaquin Neiman. How did he play?
Did I take Joaquin Neiman too?
I don't know.
I gotta look. Let me look.
'Cause I know we kind of went a little crazy.
I got
What's
a little carried away.
Well, the power was out. We didn't know what else to do, so I guess I'll just start gambling.
I got carried away.
I took Tiger. He didn't look good. Not good for the Teague.
No, I didn't take. That's why I didn't
Doubled
take him.
one. He was gonna be fine. He hits. What?
He hit the ball in the water on first. The only water you can find in the whole
Did
course.
you see what happened?
No, he
He
spun it
pipes
back
it.
in there.
He piped it down one into a divot, so he couldn't get to his ball, and he still tried to go for it. In hindsight, probably should have tried to lay up and not go over the water. But
Right.
and he got dirt in his eye, which he hates.
Which
And
he hates.
He does. He always overreacts. So
I
it's
do
very
have.
funny.
Okay, so I have Taylor Gooch, top 20 finish, plus 330. It's a good one. He's
Goocher.
doing well. Joaquin Neiman, plus top 20 finish. I got Sam Burns, top 20 finish, which I don't know where he was one over. He's still in contention of that. Zalatoris plus 2,500 to win. That's probably not going to work out. Scheffler plus 1,600 to win. He has a chance. Rory plus 900 to win has a chance.
Yeah, he's two back.
Yep.
He's in second place. Joaquin Neiman, 3 under for the first day, so he's tied 13th. So
Take
that's
that.
top 20. And who was your other one?
Sam Burns.
Scheffler's tied for 5th. You got a couple people.
Yeah,
up
yeah. I
there.
got some.
some action.
I got some action. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. You'll see you live tomorrow,
Uncle Earl's.
from Uncle Earl's. And you're watching Mik'd. We are brought to you by Sterling Automotive. Peace.
I have Tiger to make the cut too, Jack. Let's go. He's got to get a good showing here. Let's go. Pick it back together.
What?
Pick up the pieces for Tiger.
He's not making the cut, guy.
Yeah, he is. He is. Don't doubt that, man. Do you see his leg?
Yes.
With-
asked me 7 times.